Hello and thank you for joining me on my colouring quest. So I've been requested recently to show my art supplies, my colouring supplies, what I use in my colouring books and non-colouring pages. And I didn't realise how much I have. This might take a while. And I am going to start off with my acrylic paint. If that's okay with you, well, it has to be. If you don't want to see paint, just speed ahead. But the acrylic paint is what I use mostly just for backgrounds. I do like trying to get better at using paint, even if it is a slow process, and I have a few brands that I sort of gravitate towards. The best black out there, if you want a matte black, I suggest this. Seriously, this DecoArt Americana acrylic paint, easily to purchase off of Amazon, lasts ages. I started my big bottle, not realising I hadn't finished my small bottle, because I didn't know when I first got it how much I was going to like it. So I first got the small bottle, but then loved it, and I was like, well, I'm going to keep using this over and over again, so I'll buy the big bottle. But yeah, both available on Amazon. I think this larger version is more likely to be in stock. I don't know why my bottle is, maybe it's from me squeezing it, but who knows. Yeah, the paint in it's perfectly fine, so I'm not bothered. And I do have some other ones by DecoArt, the Extreme Sheen. I only have this colour in the Extreme Sheen, but I do have a few other colours in the mini version of the Americana. So that is the DecoArt Americana. I then have quite a few different colours in the, I'm going to say PBO, I don't know how to say it, but the Studio Acrylics. And with these tubes you do get written on it whether it's opaque, whether it's I don't know what else it says on it. Let me find another one. Right, so on some of the others it will say transparent and then Dyna. Not sure what that means, but it is like a shimmery metallic-y sort of. Don't know if you'll be able to pick it up on that, but it's got like a shimmeriness to it in that. So they are the Studio Acrylics, and yeah, I find that if you have a transparent colour, if you're mixing your colours, it will eventually, if you mix it with something that's opaque, then it becomes more opaque. But yeah, so you know when you're using it, if you're gonna go over something, you can see through it, see what's underneath with the transparent, or if you want to cover it more, then opaque is obviously better. That's how I understand it anyway. And then I also have some of the Daler Rowney Graduate Acrylic. This one's peach pink, which I bought specifically to try and have a colour that if I wanted to incorporate paint into painting skin, because I do kind of want to paint my own stuff, but yeah, not as confident with that yet. And then this is how I first tried out acrylic paint, is with the Arteza acrylic paint tubes, and you get lots and lots of trays in here. I've used these quite a bit, and yeah, what is it, 60 acrylic paints in here. And because I'm using them in colouring books and paid on PDF pages, a little goes a long way. I've obviously used some of these more than others, And obviously some of it has been used not in colouring books, like just having fun and stuff, but yeah, they do the job. A great way to try out acrylic paints is like getting a set like this, I think, and yeah. I've had these a couple of years now, I believe, so I believe they still sell them, but it might be like a different picture on the packaging, I'm not sure. So today, like literally today, I literally went into the Range, which is a shop here in the UK that has, well, a range of stuff being sold, and I love going upstairs to the art section, and I saw a brand of acrylic paint that I don't think I've seen before, and so I decided to pick up a couple of colours. And I first saw this colour. This colour is what drew me to it. That's pastel blue, but it's more like a very pastel lilac-y blue, and as you can see here, they were only £1.99, and I'm guessing they must sell them in Europe as well because you have the euro price there as well. And yeah, so I literally only just got these today, but for £1.99 each, I thought that's like a price I'm willing to try out, so I'll definitely be trying these out soon. And I also saw there, I don't know if I'll be using it in my colouring books or not, but a glow-in-the-dark paint by Daler Rowney. And I was like, that's interesting. Like, I've always wanted to sort of try that. Yeah. So I'm guessing I don't know if you would put it as a layer underneath. I think it would be a layer on top of what you've painted. Or maybe you can add it. That can be used straight from the tube. Water resistant once dry. No, it doesn't tell you how to use it, but I'm guessing, yeah, on top of whatever you've done. And then I'll have to see. I will have to test that out. Definitely will have to test that out. So that is all my acrylic paint. Next, as you can see, is a bunch of Posca pens. My favourite being the white. It is the it's the white one with the clear lid. That is my favourite, like this tip. Whereas I started off with the smallest ones, which have the metal tip, but I found that with multiple use, this very end bit, it kind of snapped and went really bad, so I stopped getting them, and I accidentally bought this size, like happy accident. But then whenever I try to get a new one, I always find them so hard to find that I actually have to buy it, this white, in this pack, the pastel tone pack, which is fine by me because these colours are beautiful. Recently used them on that mermaid page from the Enchanted Earth colouring book, and they went so nicely. But I also have some of those colours, I don't think they're all the same, in this chunky set. I thought these were fun. I haven't used these on a colouring page though, but they are chunky, but they are good. And then, yes, I have, this is the cap that I keep seeing the white being easily available in. If I take that off, it's quite a chunky nib. It doesn't have quite a point on it. So, oh, that one was also in the pastel. So yeah, I do have, this is sort of the same set but slightly different. And yeah, my white actually stays out, but I'm going to put the away. I'm trying to put these sort of back as I like show you. In this pencil case as well, I also have some Uniball Signo glittery ones. I don't know what they're called. I don't know how, like, I know I don't know if they have a specific name, but I have some glittery ones and some metallic ones in there. I don't really use gel pens because I find that they look really pretty, but after a while they've sort of gone from your page. Oh, and I also have the Derwent battery powered eraser rubber. I always take my batteries out of it when I'm not using it because I don't know, you do that with electrical like things, don't you? So it doesn't rust or leak or anything. It doesn't damage the product. So I just keep them in this pencil case. Well, it's like a pouch, but I love what it says on it, Born to Chase the Moonlight. And I actually got that for like 50p in a sale. And I was like, yep, thank you. Okay. I'll just show you these really quick because I got these as well today from the range. And I thought they were interesting to try. They had lots of different sets there, but this was the only one that had metallic in it. So I thought I would test it out. Yep, aqua brush tip and a metallic fine tip. So I don't know if it's two different, like one side is metallic and one side's not, or they're both metallic. I haven't got a clue. I would think that both sides would be metallic. But yeah, cute little giraffe on there. So I just got those to try. Next up for paint, I have some Castle Art paints. This is the gouache paints, and I also have the watercolour paints. I don't know. Gouache set I haven't had too long, but you get this little card in it and you can put like your swatches on it, which is really good. I think that's quite a new thing. But yeah, these are little tubes. They are 12mm on them, so that will last a while, because again, with paint, a little goes a long way. And I always hate it when I put paint on the palette and yeah, you find that you put too much on. And I try to, if it's a bottle that I can put the paint back in, I love it, because I'll just put the paint back in unless I've mixed it into a different colour. Oh my gosh, I can't get this back in. Like, what has happened? Yeah, but if I have paint left over and I can't put it back in the tube or bottle or whatever, then I'll try and use it, like pick up another page and quickly do a background on it or something, which I recently did, and I ended up doing 4 pages with backgrounds because, well, I tried to make different colours along the way and it ended up, yeah. But now I have 4 whips with pages that are half completed, so it's okay. And then these are the watercolour paints. Again, these are also 12mm, I believe. Why is that stuck? Oh dear. I think I don't know. It's got attached to the paint. Oh dear. My swatch chart. This one didn't come with its own swatch chart because I've had these quite a while, so I just did my own on a bit of watercolour paper. So that's the colours of those. I love like the sap green and the cerulean blue. Oh, they're so nice. So yeah, and it depends what I'm doing, like what page I'm doing or what book I'm working in or whatever, on which supplies I use. Some I prefer to use like the Tastel Arts on, and then some I'll want to use something else on. Which next I will show you some other watercolours I have, and I haven't had these long either, and these are, I'm holding it upside down, I thought I was, the Kuretake Gansai Tambi. Oh my gosh, I'm just knocking stuff over. Like, stuff is everywhere. Just bear with me. The Kuretake Gansai Tambi watercolours, and this is, how many are there? 2, 4, 6, 8. 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48. Like maths, yeah. So 48 colours in this one. And as you can see, I've had a little blunder with some water. Like, I don't even know when that happened. Like, 1 minute it was fine, and the next minute it wasn't. But yeah, some absolutely stunning colours in this set. And once again, I got them from Amazon. I really want to use this colour, but I have no idea where to use it. Like, sometimes it's hard for me to use the brighter colours. But yeah, they are stunning. And you also get swatch chart on your lid. Like, swatch charts galore with these. Love them. And I love how, like, they come and they're in a cardboard box. They have a plastic cover, which could also double as a paint palette. I haven't used it that way, but I'm sure people would. And then each pan, why do I go for the one in the middle? On the box it says which one should be there. So this is Horizon Blue, and also on the back you get all the information you need about the paint in that pan, because I believe you can buy these open stock. I've not looked because obviously I'm nowhere near needing any of these colours again. And I also saw these on Amazon, and these are the Gansai Tambi graphite colours, which are all like colours with grey. So it's like graphite brown, graphite violet, graphite blue, graphite green, graphite yellow, graphite red. And they are beautiful as well. Like, I feel like this company's paint will definitely be a go-to if I want like new colours and stuff, because I believe there's quite a few different ones out there. I don't know how many colours there are altogether. I'll have to like look into that, because I bet there's some as well that are more hard to get a hold of. You might have to buy them open stock, but I'm not sure. Next up in the paint category, I have the Daler-Rowney Designer's Gouache. Again, haven't had this too long, but I'm loving them. These are the paints I just done those multiple backgrounds with, and these tubes are quite big. These are actually 15mm, great size. Again, a little goes a long way, because with gouache, it's like an in-between of acrylic and watercolour. They can be used in multiple ways. I don't know if this comes in any other colours, but there's a great selection there to mix your own colours anyway. And again, I believe I got that off of Amazon. I get most of my supplies from Amazon because it's just easier to order like everything all together. But if I got them from somewhere else, I can't remember. Next up, I have the Caran d'Ache Neocolor 2s, and I have the palette, which is to use with like all Caran d'Ache like products, isn't it? This is a textured side which you use with the crayons, and then there is a smooth side that is very shiny. Get the light in there. Whee! Which can be used with some of their other products. And yeah, I have the 40 set because that was on a good price, I believe, when I got them. And with it, I haven't done it yet. I keep saying I'm going to do it and I haven't yet. It comes with a swatch chart within there, which then you would just sort of cut out, and then you can keep it in your Neocolor case, I'm guessing. So these beautiful, beautiful colours. And they really are so beautiful. I want to use them more, but there's only so many hours in the day. And so many supplies. So they are the Neocolor 2s from Caran d'Ache. I think everybody's sort of seen those before. They know what they are. And again, I got them from Amazon. Right, so I believe that is all my paint supplies. But I just want to show, this is a type of paint palette I use. I just thought, why not include that? They're like £1, 99p or something like that. In like the Works, Pound Shop, stuff like that. I think they're pretty much everywhere. Easy to find. But not from Amazon this time. So yeah, I just have like multiple of those that I just sort of go through. Next up I have, I haven't used in a while, so wipe some dust off there. Shh. The Winsor & Newton drawing inks, which I got with all the best intentions of like printing out some like pages onto like watercolour paper and trying to colour them with these. I've not tested them out properly, like not properly at all, but they're so cute. And yeah, so ow, so they just come in their own little individual boxes. I believe you can buy these individually anyway, and then come in these little, but look at the colour in that. That's such a lovely blue. And I'm guessing, like anything, you can mix the colours. And yeah. So I haven't actually tried them properly to give any sort of review of how they are. But I hear good things about them. But I just don't hear about them in like colouring books. I believe they probably would end up going through the pages. If you're not careful at the very least. And then in watercolour paints, I think this is the last sort of paint I own. I have a small selection of the KJ Designs by Caran. And yeah, it's a bit of a mess in there. But yeah, they are beautiful colours, beautiful, beautiful colours. Yeah, bit of a, don't know what they're called, sort of situation going on at the top there. But that's okay by me. Some of like these two look similar on the camera, but they are different. One is more of silver to it, and one is definitely more of a blue tint. But yeah, they are beautiful colours. And that is so shiny, like so shiny. Can you see it at the top there on the swatch? But yeah, they are great paints, and I really should get some more of the colours. I really, really should. But again, there's so much out there, and you sort of have to take it in turns to buy a colouring book or buy a supply. And then sometimes you forget, oh, I was going to get that, but you got that instead, and you know, things happen. Right, so next up I have something that was suggested to me once, was the Faber-Castell Pitt pens. And I got 2 sets. Didn't know at the time that a couple of the colours are actually in both sets. I thought they would be different colours because they are sets, but no, be careful if you're buying multiple sets. Yeah, I just bought these 2 to test them out, and I've only used them once on one of the Disney bookmark, and yeah, they work nicely on there. I didn't have any streaking, but again it was only small sort of areas I had to colour in. But yeah, these these cases are very nice, and you literally have a brush nib. Yeah, I wouldn't use them in large areas. I think you can, I don't know, don't quote me on this. Maybe you can buy them with different size nibs, I'm not sure. Wait, isn't that closing? Oh dear, I've broke it. No, it's not broken, but it's came out of its slot. Let me pause while I fix this. All fixed. All fixed. So, then I also have these Stapler 36 double-ended fibre tip pens. Yeah, haven't really got around to these yet. I did, I don't know what I did with them. I just think I tested a couple of the colours, but basically on one end you have this nib, and oh my gosh, I'm struggling. And on this side is a very thin nib. I thought these would be a good option for books that I want a quick colour base, but they're double-sided pages, so I got those to try out. Haven't got there yet, obviously. So yeah, and I got those when they were on offer. I tend to buy a lot of my stuff on sales and stuff, like a lot of you guys probably do. Right, now on to my alcohol markers. I keep them in one of these handy dandy 9-litre tubs, and then I just shove it under my bed. Out the way, forgotten until I need them again. So I started off like some years ago when I was just drawing, not colouring yet. I got these Spectrum Noir. They don't sell them looking like this anymore, I don't think. They're like a hexagonal shape, and as you can see, running out now, but they have lasted me years. I chucked away half of them because they've run out, and yeah, so, and these are the newer version. Ew. Yeah, not a fan. These literally don't last 5 minutes, which is why I only bought the 1 pack of them and never bought any more. So I then, yeah, so old version, beautiful ink, great nibs. They were chisel and bullet tip. And then the new, yeah, great ink, great nibs, like smooth, lovely. New version, great ink, nibs have been changed, even though they are chisel and bullet tip still. The nibs are drastically different in the two types. Like these new ones feel like quite hard, like they're a bit stiff, whereas the older version was quite soft and smooth, like I said. I know that you can get like them with brush nibs and stuff on, which I think is more of their like expert range. I'm not sure what they're like, but yeah, I'm slowly using those up just to get rid of them. And obviously I wanted more colours because I was running out of quite a lot of those. So I bought the Shuttle Art Markers 120 set. And yeah, where's it opening? Great range of colours off of Amazon. I think everybody knows what these sorts of markers look like. These work great, but if you're going to use a red or a yellow, pre-warning, they're going to yellow your pages, which is why I will no longer use like be replacing them. I'm trying to use those ones up. And yeah, which then brought me to the choice, the inevitable choice of going for a slightly more pricey option. And I picked these up to see what they would be like. The Winsor & Newton Pro markers, and I went with the Manga Set number 1. And I got these from Hobbycraft here in the UK. You get all of these colours in it. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I think it was like 12 for like £18. I think I got them in the sale though. I think I saw other sets for like £20 or £24. But yeah, and these, I love this red one. Like literally love it. It's literally called Berry Red. And with these ones, you get the bullet nib and chisel nib. I do like bullet and chisel. I've not really experienced brush markers yet, so I'm happy with what I have. But I am not going to use, not going to buy any more of these ones until I have used these up, because if I have beautiful markers, I'm not going to use the old ones, and I feel like that would be a waste. So I'm going to use the old ones up, which I'm doing. Shuttle art markers I have been using a lot in the Spooklet sketchbook by Carla Magana, along with the Spectrum Noir ones. But yeah, they are all of the alcohol markers that I own. But yeah, you can see how many of the Spectrum Noir ones I had of the old set, because this is my idea of a swatch chart back then. So yeah, had that for quite a long time. I just keep that in the top there. Right, so now I am going to move on to some of my more sparkly options for colouring pages. And first of all, I may as well introduce, everybody knows them, Stickles. And I have a few colours and a few colours only, because I don't know about you, but I've noticed the price has gone up and up on these things. Like seriously, they are amazing though. So I have Sunburst, Platinum, which I think was the first one I got, Waterfall, Lime Green, lovely colour, Stardust, which is probably my most used one, and Black Diamond. And then I also have some of the Dovecraft version, not quite as sparkly. Yeah, but a great alternative if you're on a budget, because I got these from the pound shop, and although it's pound shop, you do get things that are priced over £1, but it's like not an expensive shop. So yeah, I have Cerise, Topaz in the glitter versions, and then I have 2 pearl versions here, which are bright red and pastel purple. And then everybody else is, like, I remember when I first saw this, I was like, need to try me some of that. Glossy Accents. So basically, put it over anything and it will make it look glossy and shiny. A lot of people use it in eyes, especially on like the anime sort of style images, chibi cartoon pictures. So they're my little bottles of glitter. I love them. And then I have my big pots of glitter. The Cosmic Shimmer Gilding Flakes. I love Gilding Flakes. Love them. And I keep wanting to see new colours. Well, new shades. So I have Gemstone. I have Spiced Honey, which has that good copper honey sort of colour in there. I have Autumn Leaves, which I love for having this sort of bluey green mixed in with it. I have Royal Sparkle. This is my least favourite one. I used it on one page and yeah, I was not happy with the outcome, but maybe it's because I put it on a page that it didn't suit. I have Black Diamond. Ooh. That is also hit and miss. Like, the right page needs to be chosen. And then Silver Dream, which is, well, silver. And it also has some golds and blues in there as well. But the, where is it? I think it's the Spiced Honey and the Silver Dream I haven't used on a colouring page yet. So I have to still try them out. And this here, this, again, PBO, not sure, Gilding Paste is what I use to stick it on with. Basically, it is a liquid, a highly, highly stinky liquid. So if you ever use it, please open a window and a door, let some ventilation in. And yeah, basically you put it on and then you wait like 20-30 minutes, depending on really how fast things dry in the place you are. And then yeah, it goes into like a sticky tacky situation, and then you put your Gilding Flakes on top. I let them sit for maybe 5 minutes on that, and then you like gently brush the excess off, and you will be remaining. What remains will be only what's on top of the Gilding Paste. You have to let it dry properly. I sometimes rush too much and then it goes slightly wrong. But yeah, patience is key when using that stuff. So glitter, glitter, glitter. I love it. And then I also keep a lot of this stuff in this. This is my pot of glitter. So these all live in here anyway. I also keep washi tape in here. I love these washi tapes. They are like galaxy themed washi tapes that I picked up. I haven't used any of them because I don't want them to run out. But in here I have loose glitters. Like some of them are very small and then some of them are like flakes. Great for mermaids, this colour. I think I used it on one page, that one. I think it was a Rapunzel page. It was a PDF when I first got these. But I just stick those on with like normal glue, I think I used. Yeah, so like me some washi tape, because I use a lot of washi tape just to like border things off and stuff. I also have some misters, so you can just spritz it. I'm not going to spritz it because it'll just go all over the place. And then more washi tape, and then in the bottom here, if I can open it, I have these two things, which, let me just shake them up. You got to shake them to be able to see the shimmer in them. I don't know if you're going to be able to see. This one is like a gold, very pale shimmer to it, and basically they are also spritzers. These are also by Cosmic Shimmer, Airless Mister. This one's, they're both pearlescent. Yeah, they're both pearlescent. One's like a coppery, one's a very light gold. And then you spritz them. Basically, this is what it looks like when it's spritzed on. That one's, yeah. But you have to be very careful because it's a very fine spray, so it goes everywhere. You'd have to cover up the specific areas you didn't want it to get on, which is probably the only reason I haven't used these more. But I'm also thinking, now that I've mentioned that, I now own the Frisket film. I could put this over the area that I don't want to be covered. That is a idea right there. I like it when ideas pop into your brain and then they leave before you remember to write them down. I don't like that. Yep, so a lot of small washi tape down there. I'm just going to pop these back in where I had them. I don't keep my stickles in there because I use them quite frequently. I just have a little pencil case with a donut keyring on there. My niece gave it to me. She said she won it out of a 2p machine in the arcade. And I was like, well, why don't you want it? And she goes, it's for you. And then at the bottom here, I was actually gifted these. It is Gildan Flakes, but they're like gold and they're a bit larger than normal flakes. So yeah, as you can see, quite large in there. So I don't know where they are from because she had her kit, her crafting kit for quite a long time and she was getting rid of stuff. And that is where I also got these from, which I have never used yet. They are like soft fairy fibres that you can, I think, because she done card making, and you know when you get like teddy bears and like they're soft and furry. I don't know if that's the sort of thing, like this brown colour would be teddy bear colour to me. But yeah, the writing is all sort of scratched off. But they're called Fun Flock. Yeah, I did look it up and yeah, I just haven't got around to trying them. It's kind of scary, like I definitely have to use it on a PDF or something first to see what it's like. Then the only other thing I have in here is, oh, I keep it upside down, the Frisk masking fluid. It's a bit like the Frisket film where you cover it and it'll stop like watercolour and that getting in the area you've applied it to. But again, you have to wait for this to dry before you paint. That is the key part to that. Wait for it to dry. So yeah, and then what I normally keep in there as well, but it's on my desk at the moment, is my Mod Podge Extreme Glitter. Love this stuff. This has lasted me ages, like absolutely ages. I've had it probably 2 years, used it loads. You're not going to see a sparkle, I don't think. Nice, far too. It's like halfway empty. But yeah, I think a lot of people have showed this, and now it's all over my hand. Look, you can see how glittery it is, just a slight bit. But yeah, that just sort of sits in there. And then it's like my glitter toolbox. It's just, I got that from Hobbycraft as well, but I think you can get those multiple places. Wait a minute, I kept some of my Gildan Flakes in there. Let me just pause while I sort this out. So that's done. Next up, I just want to briefly show you the sharpener I use. It is a hand crank. This one's called I Am Quite Zebra. Quite kind of fitting for me. And it, yeah, and it is literally from Tesco's for a couple of pounds. I can't remember how much they are. And it actually does it into little spirally type granules. It's great because it doesn't take too much off of your pencils. You don't have to have batteries or electric power on it. And I have them all. Zebra. I have pig. I have panda. And my favourite, I have tiger. See, I've heard that there's another one, but I've never seen it, so I don't know if that's true or not. But yeah, I love them. I kind of was scared they were going to stop selling them, so I got all 4. But I also wanted all 4 because I wanted to complete the set. Like, they need their buddies. They need their buddies, right? Plus they're great sharpeners. I've only ever used I haven't used these two yet, Panda and Pig. But yeah, I like them sat all on my desk in a row, except for Zebra when I'm using him because he gets used a lot. So I'm just going to put those back up here. I have loads of rubbish. Loads of rubbish. Well, it's not rubbish, they're post-it sticky note things. Yeah, I haven't used, like, these were in the clearance sale, else I would never buy the proper post-it ones because they are expensive. And then these, I don't know, my mum gave them to me, they're little tabs, sticky tabs. And yes, next I have, probably it's my pencils next, which is probably what everybody wanted to see in the first place. Yeah, one moment. So first up, pencil case number 1. I don't have too many types of pencils, but I have a lot. Like, in between, I would say, because you gradually gain some, don't you? So first up, I have my Faber-Castell Polychromos. This is my swatch chart. This is a very old swatch chart. I've had it a long time, but it still works perfectly fine, so yeah. So in here, another Posca pen, which I don't really use, it's just there, like emergency use. I don't know why I have, well, I have these Derwent Blender and Burnisher, but I don't really use them anymore. Like, I haven't used them this year anyway. And that is a Conte de Paris pastel white, which again, I haven't used that this year either. They just live there because there was space. So I do have some of these out at the moment because I am colouring a Camilla de Erico page, and I just put my pencils that I'm using on a page in this pot just to keep them together. Easy storage. So yeah, these are absolutely stunning colours and beautiful to work with, and yeah, my favourite pencils, by far my favourite pencils to work with. But there are some books that I probably wouldn't use these on, just because I prefer other pencils in them. Like, you know what it's like, the pencil paper situation. Some pencils work better on paper than other pencils. And yeah, these work great on most things, but some of my other pencils work even better on some paper. Like Amazon paper, I love, what's it? Castellart pencils. I don't know why, I just get along with them really well on that. So that is my Faber-Castell Polychromos, and I do actually have backups. I even got some more backups today because I look at what's going low. Although with black and white I have quite a few black backups because I use the black and white for all of my pencils. So yeah, I just go into my Hobbycraft. Sometimes they're on offer, not very often, but as you can see, quite a few whites there, quite a few blacks. But there was a time when black and white was always sold out, like absolutely always. So if I go in there, I don't go in Hobbycraft very often. Like before today, it's probably a few months ago that I'd been in there. And yeah, the last time I went in, I don't think they had a black or a white, or they had one and not the other. And then when I went in today, they had blacks but no whites. So I picked up one more black, because black is the colour I use the most. Like, it's on every page. And because the other pencils I own aren't open stock, I can't go in and buy a black and a white. So I always use the Faber-Castell Polychromos ones. And I just keep my spares in this bubble wrap. Keep them nice and safe inside this Flamingo pencil case, which I have another Posca pen in there. And I also have these mild liners, which I don't use them in colouring books, I use them in my notebook. So they're just kept in there because there's space. So yes, that's my Faber-Castell Polychromos. Next up is like a great purchase for me, like on my colouring journey. Castle Art 120 in a tin, and my swatch chart is on the back. And as you can see, I messed up. I missed out two of the pinks, so they had to go at the bottom, and it is so off-putting to me. But if anybody knows, everybody knows, swatching takes time. And I did not want to do that again. But yeah, these pencils were the beginning of something for me. Like, you can see how much I've used these. They are in layers. So you get 3 layers. You can see my favourite colours, can't you? In each colour family, you can see which ones I gravitate to. But yeah, lovely, lovely pencils. Work great on most papers. I have no complaints whatsoever. None at all. That blue doesn't look like it should be there. But I'm not bothering with that now. I haven't used these ones in a while because I tend to gravitate towards the next pencils I'm going to show you, which are the Castle Art Gold pencils. And I have a Pikachu on there. So and yeah, these pencils, again, been used so much. So much. I would say they are slightly better quality than the Castle Art original pencils. But again, the original ones are amazing. Great place to start for any beginners, I think. And they're reasonably priced. Get my words out. And so are these, because it is like highly likely you will find them on offer whenever you look. There will be some sort of offer I don't know about at the moment. Knowing my luck, me telling you there's offers, there won't be any offers. But yeah, lovely, lovely, lovely colours. And I love that this now came with a swatch chart in it, so I didn't have to create my own, because I like doing the circles. But if you're going to provide me one, then I'm going to take it and not waste any time. So yeah, I love them. Love, love, love the colour range. But again, I've used the black and the white, so I have polychromos in here, but even they are getting babies now. Which is why I have spares, because they run out a lot. I say a lot, not a lot really, because it takes a lot to work through a polychromos pencil. That is great about them as well. But yeah, love, love, love the colours of both of these sets of pencils. But yeah, I think you can buy the Castle Art Gold in a tin as well. But when I got these, like I said, there was an offer on. And I wanted to try it with this case. And the case also came with, I think it came with a paper pad inside it. I could be wrong, but I believe there was paper inside this. It's been a while. It has. But yeah, again, great beginner pencil these. Recommend to anybody that's moving on from like their budget friendly to try the Castle Arts, at least one of the ranges. Next up, I have my purple pencil case. This is quite a new pencil case, and this has in it my Derwent pencils. I do not own many Derwent pencils, but what I have at the moment is doing the job. So I have As you can see, these smaller sets here, I got the pencils through, oh, what are they called? Like an art subscription box, but I don't have the subscription. I just bought like the box when they were having, again, sale. They had like great offer on, so I thought, and you could actually see what was in the box at this point. So I bought the ones with the pencils in, which are the, I never know the difference between them unless I read it. Derwent Artist ones. Oh, these are Derwent Artist as well. I'm so confused. I am so confused. Is one an old and one a new version? I don't know. Somebody tell me. But yeah, they both say artists on them. I had not noticed that before. I know I bought a tin. I think they were from a tin that I bought. Like a small tin. And then these ones definitely came. The Derwent Chroma Flow. These are my least favourite out of the Derwent ones I've got, because they're so thin. Like, I don't know, I find them really weird to colour with because they're a lot thinner than any of the pencils I own. Like, look at it compared to an Inktense. Like, can you see the difference? And why is that chipped? Doesn't matter. But yeah, so much difference. But yeah, I like the colours of them anyway, so I still will use them, but they're just weird. So yes, I have a small set of Inktense here, which everybody knows they're magnificent. And then these, I bought the tin of these. They are the Derwent drawing pencils. Oh my gosh, they are beautiful to work with, but I'm very protective of them. Like, I will pick my pages carefully to use those on. The white is probably the best white. The Chinese white is amazing. That, I think, is the best white I've used, but I obviously love the Polychromos white. The best black I've used is definitely the Polychromos. And this is my little swatch of the Derwent drawing pencils. Like, I just put it on a little card. So that is that pencil case. Next, I'm going to go on to my Brute Thinner pencils, and I have the tin of the Brute Thinner squares, and again they provide a swatch chart. I love it when they do that, like seriously, love it. But these pencils have their names on in Chinese. I believe it's Chinese. So I have only wrote the numbers next to it. Let's see here if it will pick it up. See that? Yeah. I'm guessing that's the name of the colour. I would never be able to fit that in this space anyway. So yeah, they've got a number on the end. So I just go by that number, which is this number 10. Which is pretty spot on. Looking like its colour should be. Some of them, I don't know if they do. That one worked out okay. But yeah, on this tin you get little handles. And you get 3 layers. As you can see, again, the black and the white are literally the colours that get used the most in all my sets. And again, not all of them can be replaced singularly, so I have to replace them with the Polychromos. But yeah, I like it. And I have a little foam thing on there. But sometimes this tin shuts perfectly like that. and then sometimes it feels loose, which is why I have an elastic band that I just keep around it. I recently used these on a page as well. Now next in the Brute Thinner category, I have these. They are like pastel round barrel, I'm not sure I like them category. And you'll think, oh look, she's used them quite a bit. No, that was me trying to sharpen those two pencils. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, I don't think I've swatched these. Or if I have, I don't know where they are. But yeah, they look beautiful to look at. You have 4 trays of these. Really annoying trays though. Like I should get a pencil case for these. But yeah, 4 sets of colours. A couple of these I have used more, but it was these 2 pencils in particular. Like even now they look like, what's wrong with them? But yeah, it was a struggle. Every time I would sharpen them, the lead would break, like after not even colouring with it. It would just fall out or it would snap. And yeah, I don't get that problem with any of the pencils I own, just these. Which is why, as you can see, some of them look like I've never used them because I haven't. Yeah, I have to try these out again. If not, I might give them to my niece. But yeah, won't be buying these again. I don't know if I would recommend them to anybody either. But other people might have different opinions of them than me. Maybe I got a faulty set that got bashed around all over the place. I don't know. But yeah. So, put those back together. I don't know what order they were in. But yeah, they were from Amazon as well. All the Brute Thinner ones, I think everybody gets them from Amazon, I'm not sure. And then second to last, I have the Chameleon pencils, and my box is very damaged and battered, and it looks like it has had water spilt on it a few times. But yeah, these were actually a prize that I actually won on, if you believe it or not, an Instagram competition. Like, never my luck has ever, but this happened. So yeah, I have these, and these are amazing colours, like absolutely amazing colours and beautiful to work with. Big downside is you only get half a colour. Like each pencil has 2 colours on, which they're colours that work great together. But then obviously you've only got a half a pencil of each colour. And I don't know if this has changed yet, but last time I looked you couldn't get them open stock. So I kind of stopped using them. I mean, look at my black and my white again. Like literally babies. Like the idea is great, but in the long run not so much. And yeah, I wish they would sell them in full pencils for each colour. That would be great. But I think it's because Chameleon are that company which has the pens that blend into each other and stuff. So I think that's why they did this with the pencils. I also won some of those. I have no idea where they are. Yeah, I also have some of those the alcohol markers that you can do the colours. Yeah, I have no idea where they are, so I can't show you those. But yeah, they're the Chameleon markers. Yeah, where in the world are they? So those are the Chameleon pencils, and they are quite pricey. They can be anyway, because I looked into getting another set because, like I said, I liked using them. But yeah, I think I remember it was like £40 to £50, like just for this many colours, and I thought, no, I can't justify that. Or was it more? I can't remember. But then I remember reading about in America they're cheaper. So it might just be an England thing, I don't know. Now on to my last set. My last set of pencils are the Black Widows. And these are still quite new to me. This is my swatch chart. Lots and lots of beautiful colours. Lots and lots, and beautiful to work with. Like, I love them. Again, I keep Posca pens all over the place. Always a white one. And as you can see, my black and white here. But I do actually still have black and white in this set. Twice, because you get two different types, I think, of black and white. Which is great for me. So, yes, I have... Oh, I haven't opened this one. I've opened all the others, but for this one, I only opened the first. I had to buy a larger pencil case for this. Like, I'd never had one, because I had to count how many Black Widow pencils there were, and I was like, a standard pencil case is not going to fit that. So yes, you got all your greens and all your blues and pinks, and then into your reds and orange and yellows, browns, and then like all, I put sort of like skin tony shades together where I could. I tried to, oh, it took me forever because all the tins that you buy separately had a range of colours, and I wanted to get them in as close enough as order as I could to be in, like, in the right order for colours. As you can see, some of the colours look slightly similar, like this fancy pink and this nail polish are very, very similar. It's just the nail polish I think is slightly more vibrant, but it's hard to see that on the camera. But a lot of the colours are definitely different to each other, and a lot of the colours, well, some of the colours are kind of unique to this Black Widows. Like, some of them I don't see in my other sets, which is really nice. Like this one down here, the Aquarius, it's not picking up the right colour on the camera because it thinks it's just a blue, but it's like a turquoisey blue that I don't have in any other sets, I don't think. I have something similar, I think, in my polychromos, but yeah, I don't know if it was the polychromos, but you know what I mean. I have it somewhere, but not quite like that, and it's a really beautiful colour. So those are my Black Widows, and I got these all off of Amazon as well. But I didn't buy them all at the same time because that would be a lot. I remember when they first come out, and then I was like, oh, I want to try those. But then they brought out new sets, and I was like, how many sets are they going to bring out? Because I didn't want to buy them and then have to wait to see if there was more colours. And now it seems to be complete for the most part, I think. I don't know if they're planning on more colours or not, but I thought this was a good time to get them. So yeah, I got those, was it the end of last year? I don't remember. Right, so now I thought I would show you what paper I print my PDFs on. I don't know if you would call this like colouring supplies, but I think it counts. So just in case anybody's interested, if I want it on a tone tan or a tone, this is tone grey paper, and this is tone tan paper. This is what I use. I've never used any others because I got these to to test. Let me just move this out of the way. I got these two to test. They are Sea White of Brighton, and I got them from Hobbycraft. I haven't tried any other tone tan or any tone grey papers, so I'm not sure about comparisons or anything like that. These I found were affordable. I just take the edge off before I print onto it. I set my printer obviously to the size of the paper. These are A4, but I have to sort of align my picture when I'm printing, so because the A4 includes the bit that I chop off. So I just reposition my picture before I print and it comes out fine. And absolutely love how like the highlights turn out on these different tones of paper. I would like to try like a tone blue or something. I don't know if they do that. I don't know if anywhere does that, like in a good quality paper. But yeah, I found those really enjoyable to work on. Then if I print to do watercolour paper, I have this block, like this pad block, like so much, 50 sheets, and I can't remember how much it was, but I saw this when I was on a day trip to, I think it was Llandudno, and they had a shop that sold, we went in the shop literally for like souvenirs, and they had an art section. I was so confused. It's like what this shop was even about. But yeah, I saw this and I was like, I really want that, because it was really affordable for 50 sheets. And yeah, 300 GSM, like great. And it goes through my printer, but I have quite a good quality printer. It's quite heavy duty, so I don't know if it would go through a standard printer. You may need to get something thinner. It has a slight texture to it, more so on this side than this side, so just make sure you put it through your printer the right way round. I made that mistake before. I was like, this doesn't seem right. But yeah, this is by Stationery Island. I think they are available on Amazon. I think I looked it up, but I can't quite remember if this was what I found or if it was a similar brand. Because I believe I have another block like this somewhere, and I don't know where. But yeah, yeah, but great paper for, I believe it was something like £17, maybe £14. It's so long ago. But yeah, I've loved working on this paper, and because I'm like not at artist quality when it comes to watercolour, it's good to have like a lot of sheets at a good price that's like of a decent quality. If you were like a watercolour expert, you'd probably be like, she thinks that paper's good. But I don't know, maybe there are people out there that use this. I have no idea. But I think this is probably set at a student grade. It says artist series, but sometimes it says that and it's like student. But I am a student when it comes to watercolours. So yes, I have that for my watercolour printing. And then for my regular printing, I love this stuff. Oh. This is the Neenah cardstock, and it's not my camera does not like bringing out the correct blue tone, because this is like almost green, but on the camera is definitely showing blue. Like, I don't know. Sometimes if I take, no, definitely coming out blue. But I'll have to do. That's how I struggle when taking photos of pages for Instagram, especially because I love using different blues. So this is the Neenah cardstock, durable, dependable and hard working. That is what it says there. And if you see here, that is the size. It is standard letter size if you are putting it through your printer and need to change your paper size. And this is compatible with laser, inkjet and copier. And yeah, this is my new pack. I have probably about 20 sheets left of my old pack, and I saw this on Amazon at slightly lower price a month or two ago, so I picked one up. Well, I ordered one, I didn't pick it up, did I? But yes, Neenah cardstock. That is there. Don't know if that helps anybody. But yeah, I see a couple of different packs of Neenah paper, and I don't know the difference between them. But I know I like this one, so that's why I've sort of stuck to it. And the last thing I wanted to show you is the folders which I use to store my PDFs. This is the first PDF I ever coloured. I put them in the order that I colour them in, and it is basically it has 40 pockets in, so it can hold 80 pages in it. And yeah, so I haven't completed many PDFs. I've started a few that I haven't finished, but yeah, I love this one, love it. And this is what they are called. They are Tiger Stationery. I get them on Amazon, and yeah, they work great. I've never had one like a pocket break or anything on me like that. Yeah, that is just the last thing I wanted to show you, because I do see people asking, like on other people's posts and that, how do you store your PDFs? So I thought, this is what I mean, tone tan, and the white just shows up like so effortlessly. So yeah, really love that one. So that is where I'm going to end this today. I hope you have enjoyed, and to the person that requested this video, thank you. And yeah, until next time, which is probably gonna be completed pages video. I think I probably said that in my last video as well, but this is in between. Yay! So take care. Till next time. Goodbye.